Babe.
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 Babe. I'm Lara.
And I'm Ryan.
And this is...
Babe.
Okay.
Are you ready? Oh my God.
My voice
Honey.
just cracked. Shut up.
Someone's
You know
ready.
what? I was woken up today by the sounds of not one, but two people having sex around my apartment.
Ooh.
You and Jonathan were number one.
Confirmed.
And and then my fucking neighbor who is getting laid all the time was also having
Ooh.
sex. That girl that just moans. Her
Oh, I know. I hear that girl all the time.
is getting...
She gets fucked 24/7.
She is always getting fucked.
She's always getting fucked.
And
I know.
But she always just makes the same sounds every time.
Jonathan and I had to stop though today.
Well, thank
'Cause
God for that.
It smelled weird. It did.
Babe.
Nothing happened. Sorry. Sorry. I'm just like, I'm uncensored and raw. I'm giving the people what they want. I'm giving the people what they need.
Well, I kind of wondered why it was like, it seemed like things were going well. And
They were
then it
going
just-
so well, and then it was like, I was like, this is just funky fun. And nothing actually happened. Like, nothing actually happened. I did not.
But sometimes there can be.
It's just like a little, sometimes it's a little funky funk, and you got to go, because I can't, the second I smell that, I'm like, my dick just literally like commits suicide, like it parachutes off my body, and it's like, nate, nate. And I'm just like, so then we just had to stop.
Well, then you got to relax to the sounds of the low moans.
Yeah, I don't hear her really.
You just said you hear her all the time.
I do, but I didn't hear her I didn't hear her today. My own moans drowned her out.
She loves having sex in the morning. It's like I've woken up to her this week having sex in the morning 3 times.
That's fucking good. Who is she? Have you seen her?
I don't know. I can't figure it out because
She's in the other building,
she's
right?
in the other building. She's not in our building. She's like across the way. But like wherever she has sex, the sounds of her lovemaking go directly into
Do you ever
my
hear the
apartment.
guy?
Never.
Yeah, the
I've
guy's
never heard the
silent.
guy. The guy's completely silent. And she just goes, like over and over and over, and it never builds to a climax. It just stays the same, which really confuses me. And I think she
She's
does it with
faking
a
it, probably.
she does it with a but why she does it with a window open.
Maybe she's masturbating.
Maybe that's cool too, but like I'm like a live, laugh, love, masturbate 24/7 if that's your journey. But like I'm trying to like communicate to her non-verbally and just mentally to like close whatever window, because I just
Maybe
don't
she
want to
gets
hear
off
it all
on
the
other
time.
people hearing her.
I don't care about I can hear people having sex every so often, and generally I like it every once in a while, but like it's like she needs to close a window or she needs to switch up her sex sounds.
Jonathan and I are in an upswing right now because we just
Great.
well, no, because like every couple we've been together for 3 years, and you know there's dips and valleys. And,
Yeah.
and
She's in an upswing too. It must be a horny time of year.
it kind
for
of it
couples.
feels like it's hello from the other side.
Well,
So we got some stuff to talk about today.
we do.
We've got some stuff. I'm sorry I didn't do the podcast last weekend. Two reasons. Number one, I like to withhold. It's in my nature. Number two, I fell down kind of like a K-hole last weekend.
You got a little depressed.
I got a little depressed. I got a little pinch of the depressies because
I kind of figured that you were, maybe because I don't think we talked that much.
no, it was weird. It was because Jonathan was gone, you were gone, and
It was Thanksgiving weekend.
It was Thanksgiving weekend, and also just like my family, even though I love them, there's always just like, it's always a little bit of a bummer because we have such a small family, and it's sort of just, it's a bummer. It just is, and we have that kind of dark cloud of my little brother going away. Mm-hmm. So it was just sort of bleak, and then, you know, you just come back to the apartment, no one's there, and then I saw Call Me By Your Name, which I have a lot of feelings about, and generally positive, and it stuck with me for days. And it reminded me so much of falling in love, because I fell in love at 17, like right when I came out of the closet.
Yeah.
And it was wild.
You had like a full-blown boyfriend.
Full-blown boyfriend. Well, I had a full-blown boyfriend who was like sort of not I think I mean, we were boyfriends for sure, but like he was way more withholding. Like I remember on MySpace, I was in a relationship and he was a swinger. And that was a big point of contention
What
because
the fuck?
I was like, Michael, and everyone knew we were together. Everyone.
That's weird.
No, I know. No,
That's
honey,
rude.
he was a little, no, I know.
A
So,
swinger.
yeah, I know.
Who
On
did he
MySpace.
think he was
And I
swinging
like
with?
tried to get him to change. I was like, make it in a relationship. And he's like, no. And I'm like, okay, I love you. Like literally, like, I had the self-esteem of like a gnat.
I love like thinking back to a period of time when I used to be obsessed with like getting the Facebook relationship status. Like
Really?
there was one guy that I dated in college that I was like obsessed with and like fell in love with. And my whole thing with him was like, I'm not going to have sex with him until he puts me in a relationship status.
I'm single on Facebook. I'm serious.
I don't even think I have it listed anymore.
Yeah.
But then he didn't. Like we got together and became like monogamous relationship or whatever. And then like a couple months later, he like accidentally did it one day. And then I was like, haha. And then he couldn't change it because obviously you can't go into the relationship status and then out of the relationship
Oh my
status.
God.
But I think, oh no, he actually did it like 2 months before our relationship ended.
Oh,
So then
wow.
that was actually a real troll.
That is a real troll. You just
It wasn't a couple months. It
just
was
wanted
like
to-
a couple years. And
He
then
wanted to give you a little crumb. And then
I got the
took it
crumb.
away.
And then like 2 months later, we broke up.
Oh, that's so sad.
I know.
I don't know. I don't understand people who list themselves in a relationship on Facebook. I just think who cares? Like
Yeah,
it's
now
so
it's
it's
a
so
total who
beyond.
cares.
No one fucking cares.
No.
But it was a big deal when I was 17.
Swinger.
Big deal.
I can't get
And
over swinger.
I know, because that was one of the options, and it was really hurtful. It turns out he was a swinger, kind of, because I found out he cheated on me like with like 3 people at my New Year's Eve party.
So then I guess he was just being honest.
He ate out my friend like Jamora at like my New Year's Eve party.
Was he bi?
No, he was just confused. He was
Okay.
young,
Yeah.
you know? And then my friend Christy was like, he tried to finger me once. And I was like, what? Like, anyway, the point is, to bring this back to the babe of it all, when we broke up, I lost my mind. I've talked to you about how I called him teen trash.
Yeah.
But I lost my mind. Like, literally, like, I truly lost my mind. And I was like, I had such low self-esteem that he was like, want to be friends? I was like, absolutely. And even though I was like still so in love with him, we'd share a bed together like every night still.
Oh my
And
God.
no, it was torturous.
Wait, so how long were you together?
Like 6 months.
And then
Nothing.
how long were you like broken up together?
And like still best friends?
Yeah.
5 years.
I remember you
Did you
talking
meet him?
about. I don't know if I ever met him, but I remember
think
you
there might have been
talking
some
about
overlap.
him all the time when we first met.
Babe, he was like, he haunted me. He haunted me.
I remember.
And to this day, he still annoys me because he won't follow me on social media. Like, he like won't. And then I wrote about him in my book. I was like, can I send you a copy of my book? You're in it. Spoiler, like, sorry. And he was like, oh, okay. And then I sent it to him and I was like, hey, have you gotten it? He goes, oh, I haven't checked. Oh, yeah, I guess I got it. Like, he always finds ways to make me feel so small.
Yeah.
And like, still to this day, he like trolls me a little bit. But like, I truly lost my mind. I think he's just done with me because I was crazy. And,
What
like,
did you do to him?
well, this one time, this was really psychotic. I think I repressed this, and it brought it back up because it called me by name. I called him, and I was like, "Good news, we're going to Paris." And he was like, "What are you talking?"
You love like trying to do an international trip with a boyfriend.
He was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "I bought us tickets to Paris." And then, judging by how he reacted, I would have actually bought tickets to Paris, so we could have gone.
Oh, so
or...
you didn't have them.
No, I did not.
You were
I
just
lied.
dipping a toe in
I
the
was
water.
seeing like what the temperature was and like if he wanted to go to Paris with me. And he was like, cool, I guess. But he was just like weirded out because he was like, what are you doing buying us tickets to Paris, you fucking freak? And then I was like, oh. And then I just like, was like, well. And then I didn't buy tickets to Paris. And I called him next day being like, I canceled our trip to Paris. I just felt like it was too much. I mean, I was really, really nuts. And like every conversation was sort of like, especially after the breakup, was like a way to mention him. You know, it'd be like someone would be like, oh, my hair's doing a weird thing today. I'm like, oh, like he had hair. You know, like it was just every road led back to him. It was a truly unhinged time of my life. And then finally, I was like, I can't do this anymore, and we stopped being friends, which I think kind of in a weird way hurt him a little bit because I ran into him I've only seen him once in the last like 5 years. It was at a party downtown, and he basically saw me and like ran.
Really?
He was like, "Hey," and then just like ran away. I don't know. I'm really curious to see like how he feels. And we have a mutual friend, and she was like, "Oh, have you read Ryan's book yet? Like,
Had he read it?
You're in it." He goes, "No, Ryan is always so much drama." I mean,
Well, he's not wrong.
He's not
No.
wrong. No, I know, but like, and then I remember one of the last interactions we had was like he followed me on Twitter. This is so stupid, but he followed me on Twitter and then he unfollowed me, and I like texted him being like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "I'm sorry. Like, I just can't do it. Like, I'm sorry." And I was just like, "Okay." I
Well, it
don't
sounds
know.
like it was intense for both of you.
I think it kind of was. I honestly do. I mean, I think that he's doing the smart thing, which is like he doesn't want anything to do with me because it's just too charged or something. I don't know. There's just we went through a lot together. We did.
I think when you turn into a psycho on someone, it really scares them.
Yeah, but
And, like,
but I was
especially
the one that
if you
ended
had-
the friendship though. That's the thing, and he was really bummed about that.
Yeah.
But I was the one to finally pull the plug, not him.
Yeah. Well, I think when you're the person in the relationship that wanted to be the swinger or whatever, when someone, and then you transition into a friendship, then you have like the power in that friendship.
He always had the power.
And
I mean,
like, so it kind of
yeah,
is an ego
always had the
stroke
power.
situation where you feel like you have the upper hand at all times. But then when someone ends that, then there's no upper hand. It's like you're still getting something out of the relationship by being in just a friendship
right.
with someone that like what is in love with you.
He's just like that one person that I could never quite get to feel. I mean, it was crazy. When we were friends, it was nuts. We'd still sleep in the same bed. We would wrestle. We would like have huge wrestling like moments, and we'd actually like hurt each other
Tension.
and like claw each other and like make each other bleed and shit. It was weird, babe. It was honestly like looking back, I'm like, like it was just slow torture every day. It was just like emotional cutting over and over again.
Yeah.
And I just remember when we Call Me by Your Name just kind of brought up a lot of feelings about that. And you know, I listened to the soundtrack like every day, which is like really bleak. It's like all like classical music and like stuff John Stevens.
Yeah.
And it was just like I was in like my little emo K-hole. I'm better now. It was just a weird weekend of just like also like the holidays just fucking troll me. And it's like my family isn't even that bad. They're very like I think the way they annoy me is very run of the mill. It's like not like our dynamics are not fresh or interesting. I think everyone can relate to the way I feel, you
Yeah.
know? But it just as I get older, it sort of trolls me because I feel like it's about now making your own traditions as an adult and like finding your own family, you know, and kind of separating a little bit from them a little bit.
Yeah. Totally. And like that's weird for you because I had a great visit home.
I know you did.
I actually did,
You
which
did.
was which was super shocking to me.
Yeah.
First and foremost. But like, I mean, all you can really ask for when you go home for the holidays is that no one gets into a huge fight,
Right.
and no one that no one flips out, and like there's just no drama, and there
Right.
was no drama.
That's crazy.
We have to work hard to make no drama because I think
Or do you have to work hard?
well, the thing is that with me and my family is that like none of them care about the things that I care about. So
Oh,
it's like-
please. No one cares about no.
so I was like at home, and I don't.
It's humbling.
It's very humbling. I was like, because I live in LA, and all the friends that I surround myself with in LA and beyond make me feel like a star. And like every time that I
You are a
interact,
star.
I am a star. But like my friends make me feel like really special, and they like ask me a lot of questions, and we like have conversations.
Well, yeah, it's called a friendship.
I know. And then I go home, and my family like doesn't care. They like
No.
have never watched Vanderpump Rules
No.
at once.
They're-
They don't even care to like ask me what it is, and like they don't. It's just like they don't care.
Did I tell you my mom is coming to town? And I was like, do you want to go to a taping of Will and Grace? She goes, can I meet the actors? And I was like, I don't know. And she goes, well, then I'm not interested. Hello. And I was just like, wow.
Classic family troll.
Classic family troll. Just like, oh, I can't meet Sean Hayes. Okay, bye.
Um,
But tell me more about, well, I want to hear, you have like some funny stories from back home.
I had some funny stories. Like, so I don't really talk about politics with my mom. Like I try and truly stay away from that because
Wait, didn't she say something about climate change? You tweeted something.
yes, she came into my bedroom on Thanksgiving morning and she's like, like she's just up in my biz when I'm home. Like
Right.
she asks me 5,000 questions, comments on everything that I eat.
That's my mom too.
And then she'll be like, wow, you're eating so much. And then she'll be like, but you're so skinny. And then like, she's like, did you eat lunch today? And like, it's just like, it's a
It
barrage.
never stops.
It's 4,000 questions per minute.
Yeah.
So she like comes into my room and is like fussing around with something. And I was like, hey, what's up? Like, and she's like, well, it's 75 degrees outside. It's warm today. And I was like, yeah, I was like, climate change is pretty crazy, huh? And she was like, well, I don't know about. She was like, I don't know about that, and then like popped out of my room, and then popped her head back in. She goes, I just have to say that I don't believe Al Gore, and then left.
No, she doesn't believe.
I was like, there's a reason it's called an inconvenient
Yeah.
truth. It's because it's inconvenient.
Wait, she doesn't believe facts? I'm like confused. Also, why would anyone lie about climate change?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't
do they
ask
have?
because
What
I
do they have
don't-
to gain from this spreading this lie?
I don't
Like,
ask because, especially with her, I don't really want to know.
I don't believe Al Gore.
I just have to say that I don't believe Al Gore, and then left.
Great.
Yeah.
Then don't believe him. That's
Then-
fine. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I
Like-
was like, cool. It's 80 fucking degrees outside. It's November.
Yeah.
I guess believe what you want. I don't know. I
Sure.
don't know.
Yeah.
It was like it was 95 degrees in LA.
Yeah.
So
That is fucking crazy.
TBD.
Yeah.
And then like on my way to so we ended like last time I was talking about like all of our Thanksgiving like day dinner plans and stuff were going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so we ended up going to the country club that's next to where my dad lives for Thanksgiving like brunch buffet or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And on the way there, my uncle who was visiting was like, you look just like Ivanka Trump. He was like, how tall
No.
is she? She's tall. You're tall too. And then
Stop.
I just kept saying that, and I was just like, I just was silent. Really, I was like, oh yeah, she is tall. And then everyone started calling me Ivanka.
No.
And then I was just like,
Lara, stop.
no, but I harnessed like a lot of Zen, and then I was just
good.
like hee hee, and then finally like they kept doing it. I was like, wow, that joke's so funny, never gets old. And then I think my aunt finally picked up on the fact that I like did not want to be called Ivanka Trump, and so then
No.
it stopped. So I was like,
What do they think? Like, you think like they'd be like, "Oh, I know she's so pretty. Thank you for saying that." Like, what they think?
I'm like, she's a literal monster.
She's like demon goblin.
Please don't compare me to anyone from that family. Thank
Yeah.
you very much. Something that was actually really nice that happened is my stepmom gave me Botox.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and I was
You
like,
actually, it looks good.
Thanks.
I've noticed, like,
yeah, she did a great job.
That's
And I'd
great.
never gotten Botox before, and I'd always like wanted to try.
You just look refreshed.
I
You
look very refreshed.
Your forehead just looks smooth.
I know it looks smooth and rested. I have like a little bit of movement.
Yeah, you can move.
Yeah, I can move. She's really good at Botox, and I also was like, well, I can't like afford it.
That's
so I might
really
as well
that's
just go.
free. That's great.
No, it's like
you
amazing.
saved a lot of money.
And my mom, it was like a real family affair because my mom drove me to get it and then watched while I got it.
No.
Yeah, so my mom took me to watch my stepmom.
Does your mom get Botox?
No.
Okay.
She's like freaked out by that stuff,
Yeah.
but I think curious enough to where she was like wanted to see
Of
like
course.
what the deal was.
Did it hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt. Like
Love
you
it.
feel like a little prick when the needle goes in, but it's not like painful.
Great.
Yeah, it's amazing. I was
love it.
like, oh my God, I'm obsessed.
So how often do you have to get it now?
Well, it lasts for like 3 to 4 months. And so now I'm just like, do I need to just start visiting home a lot? Like what?
I know you're like.
I'm like, I love it here. This is
And
great.
you're like, yeah, you fly Jenny out.
Yeah. So I went to see Jenny and she has this new office manager who who is coming out to dinner with us a lot.
Glenda, the office manager.
We can't say her name.
Why?
I just feel
It's
like
such
I
a
can't
perfect
put her on
name.
blast like that.
Glenda. Of course, her name is Glenda. Like, of course, it's too perfect.
Glenda is a real sweet lady, but she also we were all out to dinner like the night before I was gonna leave to come back to LA, and like Glenda came to our family dinner
Sure.
inexplicably, but
She's part of the family.
yeah, she's now like part of the fam. And I was like chatting with Jenny. I was sitting next to her and Glenda at dinner, and we're like chatting and stuff. And then Glenda's like, what do you do? And I was like, well, I'm a writer and like mostly like I write comedy and sometimes I do like storytelling shows or like blah blah blah. Like I'm like a comedian, I guess. And she was like, you do comedy? You haven't said one funny thing tonight. And I was like, she goes, tell me a joke. Tell me a joke right now. Tell me a joke. And I was like, I don't have a joke to tell you. I was like, I don't really, it's not like, I don't have like jokes.
You don't have like a set.
And yeah, I don't have like a thing to, and she was like, really? Really? And then I was like, well, I do tell this like one story about my modeling photo, like these modeling photos that I took. Cause I do, it's like a story that I'll tell live a lot with like a slideshow of these like hideous modeling photos I took when I was 19 years old.
Know.
And so I was telling her, I was like, yeah, I took these like horrific modeling photos. So I do like a storytelling thing, like a slideshow of it. And she was like, really? Let me see him. Let me see. And so I was like, okay.
So you pulled them up?
So I pulled them up on my phone. And then Jenny was like, these were really pretty. These were good.
No.
Like, and then Glenna,
stop it.
No one really laughed. Like they kind of laughed, but it wasn't a laugh. Like it was they were like, we don't get it. Like these are really
these look amazing.
These are great.
No.
And then I was like,
oh no.
And so it was just like, no, I don't, the law was gone. And then I was like, would anyone is that like a Oklahoma thing? Like, is it just an LA thing or a New York thing where people understand that those are bad or like what?
No, I don't think so.
You're like, no, they're fucking
no,
awful.
they're terrible.
They are. They're
terrible. Yeah, I know. Maybe they were saying that to sort of like protect your feelings. Like they thought maybe,
but I was like, no. I was like, trust
you're
me,
okay
they're
with them
awful.
being terrible. It's
I
fine.
know that they're bad.
Yeah. Maybe they were trying to spare your feelings.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's fucking hilarious. I love it. You haven't said one funny thing all night.
She was like, you haven't said anything funny this whole time.
Well, because also, I find that when I'm with my family, I'm not funny at all.
My laws leave the building.
My laws, I go through a huge law deficit. My laws die a slow, painful death, and I can't revive them.
I had a moment where I was like, I haven't lolled in days.
No, I know. My law meter runs so low at family dinners because I'm just like, there's no one that has a sense of humor. I mean, besides my stepmom, who's a comedy writer, and my dad. Like, but my mom, my brother is like, it is a no lull zone with them. It's like no lulls allowed. It's just there's no way to turn. There's nowhere to go. Like I don't have inspiration. My muse is gone. Like it's like you just shut down.
Well, maybe they'll hear this and then.
Oh my God! Can you imagine? My mom like actually would listen to this, but you know what? I actually feel okay with her hearing all this.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. It is what it is.
Whatever, and then you can talk about it and have a dialogue.
Yeah, which is actually like pretty good. I can, what will really happen is that she'll listen to this and internalize it and not bring it up and.
Maybe you can play it and listen to it with her.
Oh yeah, should we as a family?
Yeah. Invite your whole family over and I'll be there. I can come.
Oh great. Fantastic.
And be like, this part's really good. This part, turn it up. Turn it up right here.
I know it's true.
Yeah.
No, I want you to tell the story of your dad.
Okay, so my dad's a big drinker.
Yeah.
Basically he's an alcoholic. And like we went out to dinner the night before I flew back to LA and we had dinner at this like place that was like kind of far from my mom's house. And then he was like driving us all back to my mom's. And then he and my sister and her boyfriend who was visiting were like, let's go to this like bar, like next to mom's, like blah, 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 blah. So we go to this bar and then my stepmom's like, Jenny, she's like, I have to wake up so early. Like I cannot go out tonight. Like, but I need to go home. And I was like, yeah, well, if Jenny needs to go home, maybe Dad, she can just take your car and then you can get a ride or something. Like you can take an Uber back. And he's like, I don't want to do that. And I was like, well, do you want to drive drunk like you always do? He's been like pulled over for drunk driving. I think got a DUI like in the last like 5 or 6 years. And then also like he in the last 2 years, like got drunk and then tried to go get like a Coney dog at Sonic because he loves like a chili cheese dog. And he drove into the Sonic, like just drove into it. And the cops were called and like in order to like get out of getting arrested for driving into a Sonic, he just acted like a confused old man. He was just like, what happened? And they helped him like back his car out, and they were like, see you later, like sent him on his way. And like I was like, Dad, you drove into a Sonic. Like you don't need to drive drunk, because you've tried to do it and it's like not working out. So like just take the Uber. Like we'll get you. I was like, Sarah will get you an Uber, because I was like, I'm not getting him an Uber.
Of course.
So he's like putting up a fight, and I'm like, Dad, you literally drove into a Sonic. Like please don't, like you're gonna take this Uber or whatever.
Right.
And then Jenny was like, you did drive into a Sonic, but you did do that.
As like a lull.
As a lull. And then everyone lulled. And then Jenny did take his car back. And it's just like caretaking at this point.
Oh my God.
I'm sure there's like codependency, and Al-Anon would have like a field day with the situation.
Well, you'll go. You'll go soon.
Yeah, but it's just like that was kind of the highest level of drama.
You avoided some babe moments.
We truly avoided. We totally avoided.
You didn't babe out.
No one babed out.
I babed out by myself.
You babed out by yourself. So what did you do when you were depressed?
Nothing. I just I wrote. I did some work.
Yeah.
And I went out every night. I saw friends, and that was good. But the days were just kind of, I was listening to the fucking Call Me by Your Name soundtrack on repeat.
Jeez.
And just like sometimes I think that I like feeling emo. It's not, I wouldn't say what I went through this weekend was depressed. Emo. It was just like, it was emo. I was just like really indulging my feelings and like really like kind of sitting in them and like basking in like the adolescent angst of that movie. And I got some good work done, but it was like, it was sort of my days. The holidays are just fucking weird. I don't know. It's like I really, really want to start making my own traditions. I think that like I really felt that strongly in the last like 2 years of like wanting to kind of carve out my own space for the holidays and not be tethered to my family and like what we do every year. I saw
that Instagram of you decorating a Christmas tree, and I thought that you and Jonathan had gotten a Christmas tree for your apartment.
No.
And I was like, what?
No.
I like didn't understand.
Are you kidding me? Me and the Goof Troop? There was like no fucking way. We would never do that.
I was like, how did they do this?
No.
Like, where did they go? They got all these ornaments.
Yeah,
I was like, what? I didn't even know that they were this festive.
No, we would like melt down. We would melt down.
I was truly shocked. I was just like, what? I stared at that picture for like, I was like, where is this, in their apartment? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. But now I'm into the holidays. I feel better. I feel better now.
You're festive again? I need to go to the Grove.
I've been. It's whatever.
I know,
it is what
I like a Grove holiday moment.
I guess. It's pretty whatever to me.
Well.
What else?
Who's being a babe this week?
I don't know. It wasn't you.
It wasn't me. For once.
I know. I missed it when you were vomiting it in and making it with married men. Remember that 2 weeks ago?
I missed that too.
I know, honey.
It was exciting. I need to get back to my roots.
You need to get back to your babe roots. Are you going to go on dates?
Yeah, I'll go on dates.
When?
Whenever.
She says this like it's going to happen, but it's not.
You like are so judgy about my dating
Lara
life.
tells me, she's like, let's write a dating book. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Between the two of us, we don't date. I've been in a serious relationship for the last 3 years. Before that, I did not date. You do not date at all. What are we going to write about?
I know how to date.
No.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I know the secrets of dating and what you should do to be in a relationship. Do I practice that? No. But do I know it? Yes. And that's why I would be good at writing a book about it.
No.
Because I could tell those kinds of stories that show that that prove my point.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. You just don't want to write a book with me, and that's fine.
I hate writing books.
Well, I like it.
You are really good at writing books. I'm terrible at writing books.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it
There's
is.
a reason why one of us is the New York Times bestseller and one of us is not.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll go on dates.
Okay.
I just don't like dating apps. I really don't.
You should go on a date for babe. Go on a date for babe.
Cool. I'll go on a date and then if I really like the person, then they can go listen to my afterthoughts about the date. That's problematic for me.
You're not going to like them, so it's fine. I miss dating.
When did you date? You never
I dated for a month.
You dated for a month and you would be falling in love, and then the person would be like, I don't see this going the same place you do. And you'd be like,
are you fucking kidding me? When did that happen?
That happened.
That never happened. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
but I was stupid.
But that was
I
the first person
was-
that you really, really liked. That was the first person that you even tried to date.
I was emotionally very stupid. And also like I just realized that like people would give me like an inch and I would take a mile. It was just sad. It was just someone who didn't know any better. I had no experience dating people, so if people would give me a crumb, I'd want the whole cake. And I didn't understand. Like I didn't I didn't get it. I was an idiot. I honestly and honestly, like, it's funny because when I look back at that, I didn't even really like them. What I would do is I would project my shit onto them.
Yeah.
And would kind of mold them into this person that they weren't and be obsessed with them. It was just stupid. It was amateur hour. I'd be so good at dating right now because I just don't like feeling myself. And that would be fun. Well, I did it. Okay, so when me and Jonathan first started dating, I dated all these other guys. And like
when you and Jonathan started dating, you were a babe.
I was. What do you mean?
You completely babed.
What are you
I had to
talking
like
about?
You acted like a psychotic person, and I had to take you
know.
aside one day and be like, "Get your shit together, Ryan."
I know you did, but I also was totally afraid of intimacy, and I told Jonathan I had a chemical peel and couldn't go to a party. Remember that? I was like, I have a chemical, which was not true.
Yeah.
Well, no, I had a chemical.
You like dated him, and then would like you'd get really far, and then you'd break up.
Well,
You'd be
that's
like,
what I
we
would
need
do.
to break up.
That's what I would do because I was afraid of intimacy. So I would meet someone, get obsessed with them, and then dump them because it was getting too real.
Yeah.
And that was my history. But everyone before Jonathan was just sort of not great. So it was like fine. Like I could easily just be like, well, they weren't the one because they weren't. But Jonathan was the first person that was like, oh, he's actually like really amazing. And if I like throw this away, I'm deeply fucked up.
Yeah, and then you guys are perfect
We
together.
broke the cycle.
You did.
But anyway, so I was at Costa Buena last night, and I was across the street from that Burrito King, and I got like visceral flashbacks to when we went to that 4th of July party at Chris's house, and Chris was a boy that I was swooning after. He was so dreamy. He's
God.
dreamy.
Yeah, he is dreamy.
And I wanted to hook up with him, and I was like determined to hook up with him that night.
Ryan would be okay. So back in the day, like when you would because you would come to LA
come
for
to LA
these,
for like a
you'd
month.
come to LA for like a month, and then we'd hang out and like have adventures together and stuff. And like anytime that you liked a guy or you set your sights on someone, it was high drama from the jump.
It was laser focused.
It was laser focused, like high drama. Like it'd be like your whole night would lead up to like you like pushing them into a corner and like making out and being like, then running away.
Yeah, that was my style.
That was your total style. And then running away and coming up to me being like, I just made out with him. I think I
Let's
really
go.
like him. Like, let's go.
I know. Like, I made out with him. I like him, but let's get the fuck out of here.
And I totally relate to that because I've been in the same, I'm in the same boat.
Well, this one party we got pretty turned, and I saw him with this guy that he was dating who was kind of like a MySpace scenester. Like this was not 2005. This was like 2011. And this guy he was dating was straight out of like fucking The Faint. And I like saw him. He looked like Hollywood Undead. And I was just like, okay, like I'm like, wait, if he's making out with this guy, then he can definitely make out with me because I'm cuter than him. And I rarely ever felt that way. And so I like took Chris aside and was like, Chris, I like you. Okay, it's true. I
love the rumors are true. I like you.
I like you. His boyfriend's like in the corner, and I'm just like literally grabbing by his hand.
I didn't realize he had a boyfriend.
Well, they were not boyfriends, but they were dating. And I just like grabbed him.
Homewrecker
I
Ryan
grabbed his
O'Connell.
hand and was like took him to a couch and sat him down and was like, I like you. Okay, it's hard. It's hard to be just friends. I was so lit. I was so crazy. And then I remember, and he was like, oh, wait, no. This is before you left, because you left, and you were like, do you want to come with us? And I was like, no. And you were like, okay. And
Live
I
your
swear to God,
truth.
I wish I had gone with you, because this was pre-Uber, and like, I was, like, if my ride left, I was basically stranded.
Yeah.
Because there's no cabs that were such a fucking shit show. And so then Chris took me by the hand, and we went to his bedroom, and we started making out. And his boyfriend walked in on us and was like, and just like stormed out. And then I was like, in my mind, I was like, whatever, we're gonna continue making out. And then Chris left me on his bed to chase after his boyfriend. I was like, wait, this is not how I saw things going.
You're like, why is this happening to me?
I know. I was like,
he
why
was
is
dating someone.
going after that guy he's dating. I thought we were gonna hook up. And then, like a freak on a leash, I just stayed at the house. like while he was comforting his boyfriend. I was just like in the kitchen, just like eating crackers, and was like, "Hey." Like,
Oh my God.
It was so unhinged, and so then
A lurk, a post makeout lurk.
oh my God, it was. I was so unhinged. I was 22 or 23 or 24 or maybe 26. But like, then I tried to get a cab, but there was none available. So I just like wandered down Sunset to that Burrito King and just like kind of walked around for a while until finally I flagged down a cab, like
my
New York
God.
style, and went home. But yeah, I mean, it was just like being that age was like I so did not know how to navigate the world or like navigate relationships, or I was such a novice in so many areas. I just made a lot of baby mistakes. I was like a permanent babe.
Well, but you have to go through that in order
No,
to
I know,
get
but
to
I
the
think I
other
went
side.
through it more than most.
Well,
I
yeah,
was-
because you're like an emo. You're
yeah,
an
but I
emo
also
bitch.
yeah.
You're
But-
emo and high drama.
I know. It's true.
You love to like put people through the ringer with your drama.
It's true. But anyway, it was
Well, obviously you feel like you'd be good at dating now because there are no stakes involved. Like you
No.
have a
And
relationship.
there was no stakes with Jonathan. I went on dates every week. I remember like I made out with like a guy every week and was like, cool, gotta go. And Jonathan was still the best one.
Yeah.
And like he was like, wait, you've been seeing other people this whole time? He was exclusive from the get. And I was like, I know, my little cutie. Oh.
You also want to pretend that you're like you want to pretend like you're a swinger, but emotionally you're in a relationship
yeah,
too.
I know. It's so stupid. What?
Ryan is always being like, I'm ready to like make out. Like I'm ready to go do this, do that. Like I think I'm gonna make out with someone tonight. And I'm like, Ryan, you're not gonna make out with anyone tonight. Like you have a boyfriend and you're like, I know you're not gonna do that. And he's like, you don't know. I'm gonna make out. Like I feel it. I feel like we have a vibe and I'm gonna make out.
And then
It never happens. But you're always trying to be a swinger.
I know. I'm always trying to be like open. I'm like, it's like, and then poor Jonathan's just like, what are you doing?
He's so chill about it too.
I
Because you
know.
really do
He
talk-
knows.
He
'Cause
knows.
He knows. He knows me. And he knows that I just need to do whatever I need to do. And that means just not doing it, but saying I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Like for me, that's almost enough is to be like, I'm going to make out.
You need
just
the
need-
emotional permission, but then you never like take it to the next
Yeah,
level.
I never engage. Although when he heard that we were going to New York, I feel like there was a part of him that was like, what are you going to do there? I don't know.
Well, I'm sure you'll torture him by being like,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It'll be just us like in robes.
I'm not leaving the hotel when we go to New York.
Oh, shut up.
I don't know how I'm going to afford to like be in New York.
I don't know either. I have to figure that one out.
So I'm fine to just stay
oh,
in the
wait, we
hotel.
want to talk to people about donating to your GoFundMe for your New York trip.
I'm like, I feel like such a mooch because I also was lolling about starting a GoFundMe to go to Sir on my
Are you kidding
on my
me?
other podcast. But like I haven't started it. But
Well,
I had kind of an inspired moment where I was like, I should just start GoFundMes for like whatever I want.
But you're rich. You just got paid.
Shut up.
You want to tell people about that?
Yeah, I got like really, really trolled this past week. So
Lara doesn't understand taxes. She's never understood
no, I've had a really
taxes,
unclear journey.
which is weird because I've always understood them perfectly.
How did you understand them? Who taught you about them?
I just understood that you have to get all your taxes taken out because I know myself and I know that if I don't get them taken out, I will spend all the money.
Look,
So I just make
here's the
sure that
deal.
It's all taken out, and then I get a fat tax return.
when it comes to me and taxes, we have a lot of miscommunications.
Yeah.
And I'm not to be like that bitch that's like, no one told me about what taxes are and like how to do them, but no one told me. Like literally I did not know. So when I became
Who
a
did
writer,
your taxes?
well,
Before
I just
Lycra
like would go to
problems.
H&R Block and I wasn't making that much money, so I would just go but I wasn't a freelance person. I wasn't
Right.
like freelance, like self-employed before then. So I was just like employed by a company and my taxes were taken out by whatever paycheck, and it's just like that's how I live my life. And I went to H&R Block and they did it, and I'd get like a return. But then when I became a writer and I was self-employed, I did not know. I was just like, oh, like you get your check and you like cash it and then you spend the money.
No.
And then like
No,
you
but-
worry about taxes. I was like, worry about taxes later because my entire life is a write-off. So I probably don't owe taxes is truly what I thought.
That's crazy.
Well, no one told me otherwise. So I was just like live, laugh, love, spend. And then after a couple years that caught up with me. And now I'm in the middle of like a true IRS journey, like trying to right these tax wrongs. But it's like a journey. And I still like I really am resistant. Like I'm very un-American. Fact about me is that I really fucking hate paying taxes.
Well, no, they're horrible. And
they're horrible. And I wish like I wish like just as a form of protest against Donald Trump, I could just like refuse to pay taxes. But the sad fact is that hurts me more than it hurts him, because you can like go to jail for that. And many people do. So I'm in the middle of like a lot of tax drama, and I'm figuring it out, which was part of my like
You're a major babe when it comes to taxes.
I'm a huge babe when it comes to taxes and the IRS specifically. But so I was my whole mode is like whenever I get paid or have like a big paycheck coming, it's like I mentally spend it before it even like hits my bank account. So like I was expecting a paycheck for a project I've been working on for the past year, and it was going to be like a good little chunk of money. And I was like, well, after like commissions and whatever, like
I knew it was going to be nothing. I
was like sick. I was like, I'm gonna get my hair highlighted. And then I just started going down like I was like, I'm going to fix my car. I'm going to get new highlights. They're going to be major. I was like, I'm definitely going to get a new phone, and like started making a checklist. I went to the airport and bought the Goop magazine in the airport, because I was like, well, it's $15, but like I'm getting paid, so it's like whatever. And like, because I'm really bad with money. I'm really bad in that way.
By the way,
and I know you know, because you're the same way.
I'm the same way, but I've been able to be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, lucky you. But so for me and my journey,
I'm terrible with money.
Yeah. Terrible. So I was like, okay, like this, like direct deposit is hitting soon. Like I literally got down to like 22 cents in my bank account, and I was like, it doesn't matter because I'm going to get paid, and like got back to LA, and then the direct deposit hit, and I was like, this number is shockingly low. I was like, it was
really low.
I walked away from this payday making 25%. With only 25% of the money from the check, because so much was taken out for that's normal. So much was taken out for taxes and then like commission to my agent and manager. But I truly was like, it was just like the universe reality check slapped me in the face. Like I was like, oh, I literally had to like I've been like in mourning for all the things that I thought I was going to buy that I now know that I can't buy. And I'm just going to like continue to live my frugal life.
It goes to like rent.
So,
but like, you make good money being a writer, but
you can make good money being a writer.
Okay. So like I make good money being a TV writer, and so basically I have an agent, manager, lawyer. They take 10%, 5% off the top. So even though Texas take half my money, 50% of my paycheck, they still take 10% off of the pre-tax
full sum.
Yeah. So basically kind of what will end up happening sometimes is like my agent will end up taking out half the money I actually make, like 50%.
Yeah.
Like it's like crazy. It really is nuts. But for me, because I've worked on now 3 shows, actually what keeps me in the clear with everything is residuals. Mm-hmm. Residuals are everything, and script fees and writing of scripts.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. It's a journey, and I can see why
it's a journey. Yeah. And like this past year and some change has been a real it's been a real scrape by of an existence.
Yeah.
And that I'm like, that's like the not fun part about being a writer, doing this kind of job.
Well, no, because you have to wait. So for example, I got a job to write this movie for DreamWorks. And because it was my first movie, I didn't get paid a lot of money, and I had an agent, manager, lawyer again. So whatever, I didn't end up making a lot of money from it. But I remember when I got the job, I was like, oh, great, I'll be great. And then I got offered a job to write for this show on VH1. And I remember even thinking for a moment, I was like, oh, maybe I don't even need to do that because I'm going to make my movie, blah, blah, blah. And it was so insane because it took 5 months for that deal to close. 5 months.
Yeah.
So it was like,
you just can't depend on any sort of money coming through. Cause like also I spent a lot of this year, like I optioned like years ago, the rights to the first book I wrote, White Girl Problems.
Right.
And I was told by like,
what's going on with that?
It's not a whole lot. But I was told by my agent at the end of last year was like, things are looking great. Like it's on track to get greenlit. And when you option a property and then that property gets greenlit, you get like a huge chunk of money because it's like
Right.
the fee for them owning the rights to your work. And so I spent most of this year being like, that money's coming any day. Like, that's going to be amazing. Like, whatever. Like, live, laugh, love. And like, what I've really learned is you cannot depend on anything to come at any time because truly everything could
takes
change. And
so
it takes
long.
so long.
Yeah.
And so it's really, I've had to like reframe my thinking it's been good, but it's also been a struggle because I hate being broke and like it's
Well, yeah,
fucking
it
sucks.
does. Yeah.
But what are you gonna do?
You've been good at it though.
I've had to be really scrappy.
You've been really scrappy.
I've been a scrappy little dog, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
But I take you out sometimes.
You do.
Take you out for a nice dinner.
You do take me out. It's really nice of
It's
you.
interesting. I wonder if us talking about money is like chic or not chic.
I don't know.
I think it's fine.
I'll listen to it. If it's not chic, I'll cut it.
No, I think it's fine.
I mean, it's like a real thing.
Yeah.
I always am confused about how people make money.
I wish people, for me, it's really frustrating because I feel like there should be more transparency around how people make money. Because I think people get really trolled because they see someone in their field living this life that they can't live. And really, I think it comes from a nest egg and having money to begin with. Like my cerebral palsy money that I got really gave me a head start. And it was the reason why I was able to achieve success at like 26. Like,
Yeah.
because I didn't have to work on like a job other than writing. So I just wrote a ton every single day. And that's what money gives you. It gives you time and it's privilege. And it makes you're allowed to jump ahead of other people who can't spend every day writing because they have to work. And so they only can work on nights and weekends and blah, blah, blah. And so, do you know what I'm saying? Like even the DreamWorks movie, I do so much work for that job. It was like jumping through 40 million hoops, but I was able to do it because I wasn't working and I just dedicated my whole existence to getting that movie. And it's very, very fucked up. And it's designed in such a way to really kind of like reward the people who already have that privilege.
Yeah.
You know,
having a leg up helps in that sense.
Yeah. So anyway.
But whatever.
What are you gonna do?
What a depressing note. So I guess I'm like ending on a depressing note as per usual. But I will say, I think leaving the wisdom that I'd like to leave you with is just get your taxes taken out. And if you're self-employed, like.
Oh, and also, wait, I want to know.
Figure out your tax, like, don't be like me and don't just spend the paycheck.
Yeah, don't be a babe.
Don't be a babe.
I also want to know what people's experiences were.
Over the holiday weekend?
Yeah. Wait, do we have a call-in number?
No, but we have a email.
Have people emailed?
A few, I think. I
They
need to
have?
check it. Yeah.
Oh my God, we should read them on the fucking podcast.
Well, maybe we will next time. So if you have, I want a babe. Yeah, we want your babe holiday Thanksgiving weekend stories. So email us at babepodcast@gmail.com.
Oh
and-
my God. Sorry.
What?
I just read just a funny tweet. Sorry.
Someone's done.
Yeah, I'm checked out.
All right. Bye, guys.
Wait, yeah, so no, please write in. I want to know what? I want to write.
This podcast doesn't end until Ryan says it's over.
And I want, we're going to do like an Instagram eventually.
Yeah.
We want to build this thing up.
Yeah. So find us in iTunes. If you haven't rated us, please consider.
Oh, I love all your reviews. I've been reading them.
They're amazing.
They're amazing.
Someone said that we're the Lamera podcast, and I died.
No, I know, but have you read all of them? There's a lot.
There's a lot.
We have a ton of reviews.
But I want a ton more. So if you haven't left a review, just leave one. All you have to do is like one sentence and say it's the Lamera podcast, because I would actually like to have 400 reviews that just say the same thing. With
But
a 5-star rating. 5 stars only. If you're going to go less than 5, don't bother.
Everyone is super funny.
Yeah.
Everyone's super fucking funny. I love reading all the comments and what?
I love our fans.
I love our fans. I now finally understand when people say, I love my fans.
I do. I love my fans.
Because I love my fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just love them.
I just want my fans to know that I've loved them for a really long time.
And I haven't loved them for a long time.
No,
but
Ryan's
I'm starting
been
to
weird,
now.
but now he's
I've been
finally
really
come
weird,
around.
and I've been withholding, which is my nature, like I said.
It's real. Yeah, it's
But
like now
I'm
that you know
finally-
his relationship journey, you know why he's been such a cagey biatch.
What do you mean?
Goodbye.
everything you want. She's everything you need. She's everything inside of you.
That you wish you could be. She says all the right things at exactly the right time. But she means nothing to you and you don't know why. Should I keep that in there?
Yeah.
So we really desperately.
We have an addendum. Addendum?
Addendum?
How do you say addendum?
We need to talk
This is
about.
part 2.
Well, I mean, we just didn't. We
What?
realized.
Huh?
Ryan.
What?
Can you be?
By the way, Lara slept on the floor last night.
Oh my God. I slept on my friend's floor because he didn't have any furniture and I slept on a
You hang out with people who don't have furniture.
I slept on it was a really comfortable shag rug and I had like a huge furry
Oh, it was
pillow and a
shag?
yes.
Oh, that's good.
Babe, I didn't sleep on like a bare floor.
Okay,
I'm not a total
you didn't
freak.
say the shag part.
I did
so.
say that. You hear what you want to hear. And judge accordingly.
I do.
Take responsibility for your actions in this situation.
What does your shirt say today?
It says, "Don't follow me."
Oh yeah. That's actually a very like topical t-shirt in today's climate.
It is. I should bust it out more.
But also you should put "Don't follow me" and then write in Sharpie on Twitter.
Yeah.
Instagram.
Don't follow me anywhere.
Don't follow me anywhere.
Wait, can I
What?
tell you something that I'm doing now that I'm pretty into?
Sure.
I'm not shaving my armpits anymore.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But why?
Just because like I didn't shave for while I was home for Thanksgiving and prior to that it had been a week and then my armpit hair started growing and I'm like weirdly really into the way it looks.
That's so Paula Cole of you.
It's very like Julia Roberts on the red carpet when she waved and had like a full bush of armpit hair.
Julia Roberts didn't do it. Paula Cole didn't do it. Who else?
I feel like most recently Miley Cyrus didn't do it. And she like dyed her
Right.
armpit hair orange, which is like taking it to a level that I'm not
She always
comfortable with.
takes it to a different
She's
level.
not like on a babe journey from time to
Oh,
time.
I like her. I'm
Oh no,
so
I
here
love
for
her,
Miley.
but she's she
She actually-
she runs the gamut of babe moments.
She babed, but then she like literally went to Malibu and fell in love with like that Hemsworth again and was like
Yeah.
fine. So now she's like soothed.
Yeah.
I think
love
that
it.
she like I think that the personality profile of Miley Cyrus that I've gleaned from like her output is that she is lit when she's single. She's like unhinged when she's single. But when she's in a relationship, she's anchored.
She needs like the grounding force.
She
of
needs a grounding of a
relationship.
Hemsworth, which who doesn't?
I need that.
I need grounding. Ground me.
But yeah, it's kind of like a cool sensation. I used to like threaten my ex-boyfriend that with like my threat was like, if you don't do like what I want you to do, or if like you do this, I'm going to grow out my armpit hair and like that'll just be my status.
Mm-hmm.
But now I realize that it was just truly a dream of mine to have armpit hair all along.
That's great. Follow your bliss.
Yeah.
Sure. How hairy can you get?
That's what I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if it'll become really hairy. And it makes me feel kind of mask.
Well, your testosterone levels are through the roof.
No, they're not.
Your testes are high.
You know
Your
what? I'll bet if I wasn't taking my testosterone medication, that my armpit hair would get fucking gnarly.
I bet. I think. Yeah.
But I'm not going to get off that medication.
No, don't get off. that.
Everyone, P.S. that I've told that I'm on it is like, oh yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, no. When you told me, I was like, that makes total sense.
Well,
What?
that I'm just like a high T drama queen.
Like even the way you drive like your truck and like say, "God damn it."
I don't have a truck.
Whatever. It's
I have a
like,
Jeep
it's like
Liberty.
truck adjacent. The way you like barrel through the streets of LA, like barrel through playing like
I'm
your
an
music.
aggressive driver.
Yeah, you barrel through
I'm
and
a
you're like
great
you're
driver,
like,
though.
God damn it. Like you're just like honking the horn, barreling through. It's very testy.
Well, now
She's
I will
testy.
finally.
She's testy.
Now I will be able to make up for the testosterone that I'm suppressing.
Yeah.
With my hairy armpits that also say "Don't fuck with me" because I'll beat your fucking ass.
Sure.
But also, I'm very pretty and femme. It's a Gemini thing.
Oh, you are a fucking Gemini, that's for sure, honey. You never know what you're gonna get. Knock knock, who's there?
Okay, so we need to
talk about
declare our
babe.
babe of the week.
Oh, right, because we never did that. My babe of the week is America's favorite bad boy, Bryan Singer.
Oh, you mean America's sweetheart, Bryan Singer?
He's the guy you love to hate. Lock him up.
What did he do this week that was babe?
Well, he totally babed. He left
I'm like,
his
what
movie.
hasn't he done this
He left
week?
his movie. He literally left his movie. So he's
But didn't you say it's like from a health problem?
well, yeah, he was sick to death over being exposed as a sexual predator.
Yeah.
Basically what happened. Okay, wait. So he's directing this Queen biopic or biopic. I'm sorry, as they say in the biz. And he just didn't come back after Thanksgiving break. He literally went home for Thanksgiving and was like, no, just not going to return. And apparently the most amazing thing about this whole thing is that he's done this before. He's done this on 2 movies where he's just left production unannounced
flees?
and vanished. Yeah, he vanishes.
But why?
I don't know. But the fact that he is known to vanish from his film sets unannounced, and he also has a reputation for, molesting young boys, and he still gets hired to do studio film after studio film,
Everyone's
is
like, "You're
actually
fine."
kind of a law.
That
it's
is a
it's insane.
law.
Like literally, if a woman director showed up like late to work one day, like 40 minutes
Like
late,
if Catherine
like,
Bigelow
death with
showed
pneumonia.
up set on Detroit and she was like, I'm really not feeling well today, they'd be like, you have your fucking period, you're a goddamn psycho,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of
You're
here.
never
You're
working
in this
again.
town again.
Literally, she couldn't work for like 6 years because she had like a cough.
They'd be like,
literally-
Catherine was pretty difficult.
Yeah.
I love like Lindsay Lohan, literally, like all she did was like show up late and party and she's excommunicated
Oh,
for
I know.
life.
And
Meanwhile, Bryan
meanwhile-
Singer is like fucking young, like fucking children essentially.
Meanwhile, Charlie Sheen like shoots Kelly Preston in the arm, and everyone's like, "Lol, love him." 2.5 men.
Everyone's like, he is silly.
Yeah, no, it's weird. We're like, he's
quirky.
funny.
That is
He's
funny.
funny. With hashtag winning. Hashtag Tiger's blood. He's like, no, you guys. He's like funny. He's a comedian.
Silly Billy.
And like, meanwhile, he's literally like strangled every one of his wives. He's like paid off
just, like,
so many
randomly
abuse hookers.
exposing, like-
He's randomly exposing like men and women to HIV. He raped Corey Haim on the set of Lucas, and everyone's like, no, literally, everyone was like at work was like. When it was revealed that he raped Corey Haim on Lucas, everyone was like, "Really, Charlie Sheen?"
They're
and
like,
I'm like,
how could he
they're
doesn't
like,
seem
Charlie
the kind of
Sheen?
person- Are you sure?
He's a goofball. He's a goofball. He's a
is-
cuddly bear.
He's wild at heart.
Meanwhile, like I'm like, and I said to the room, I said, remember when he shot Kelly Preston in the arm, and everyone was like, "Lol, what?" And everyone in the room was like, "Lol, what?" Like they didn't know.
Yeah.
And
I've
I
known
was like-
that for so like that is a fascinating.
No, he in every story he's like strangled all his wives. It's crazy. Like every woman who is coming in contact with him has like a restraining order, and people were like, "Wait, Charlie did something bad? I just thought he was like a goofball." Like literally, it's like it's crazy.
Yeah. He gets away with like literal
Everything.
murder.
He's
Like
exposed
attempted murder.
countless people. Yeah, like he's exposed countless people to HIV, like
Yeah.
knowing that he had it.
Yeah.
which is like, but somehow he truly faces no consequences, which is a very Bryan Singery thing to do.
Yeah. Well, I
So-
think it's also he has so much money.
Yeah,
When you have a lot of money, you can get out of stuff.
you can.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. What?
Yeah.
Mind blown. Wear a helmet.
That's just the truth. And that's Lara with the truth.
Meanwhile, at Lara's corner. Lara's corner.
In my corner, I would say my babe of the week is Timothy Chalamet because so I saw Call Me by Your Name and I literally was like in love with him. He's the cutest cutie pie.
Sweetie. Hard on a
Just a
sleeve.
total sweetie
Ooh,
pie.
yay,
And I
request.
also was like, I truly was just like, I need a gay son more than anything in my life. Like
You'll will it on them.
I need to have a gay son. I need it.
There's no other world in which you don't.
I
There's not
don't
a world,
understand.
There's not a world in which you give birth to a straight white male. Like you just don't. Like your vagina will literally reject that.
It's like not.
It won't be carried to term. Like literally, like it will just be like, oh no, like this guy is straight. Like literally, like get rid of it. Like you just like you'll wake up with like this is so dark.
This is
you'll
really
wake up
dark.
with like blood clots and just be like, and it's like sorry.
I'll be
we
like,
just
oh yeah,
couldn't."
I knew it. He was straight and white. I'm like, fuck me again and get me pregnant. I need a gay son. And I just have like,
And then if
like,
it's gay,
I
you
just
get
have, like,
birth to like the most
self-induced
beautiful,
abortion.
bushy-haired, like angelic child. He like basically
I
comes.
give birth to like a 17-year-old sweetie who's like just about to turn legal. So, and he's already like totally like just a lawler.
Oh yeah, you give birth to like someone just like wearing like salmon-colored shorts and like be like, hey. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like really touched by that movie in the sense that my maternal instincts kicked in and I was like, I need my son to be Timothy Chalamet as Elio
Yeah.
in Call Me by Your Name. And so then I was like, I'm obsessed with Timothy Chalamet. I think he's like such
But
a
you know
little
he was in
cutie
Lady
patootie.
Bird too, right?
Yeah.
You knew that.
I knew that, but I also
knew that.
I also just wanted to know him as I knew him. And then I was like on a text
You don't know
thread.
him.
I don't. Which is that I don't know him and I can just like project only what I want him to be onto him. So I was on a text thread like sharing my love with Timothy with two of my close friends, and then one of them was like, do yourself a favor, don't follow him on Instagram. Because his Instagram is just a total like it's a total like refusal of Elio's vibe.
Well, what do you mean? Explain.
Well, it's just like if you love him as Elio, his Instagram is just like him as Timothy, which is like a lit teen actor.
Like, in what way? Like, give me an
Just, like,
example of
lit.
posts. Like, post. I want to like pose. Like, what's an example?
He like has a post of him holding a strawberry and it says straw booty because the strawberry is like has like looks like a butt.
Okay, that's actually harmless. I don't know what you're talking about. That's like playful, fun, like relatable. Like, yeah, I like that.
I mean that's fine, but it's just like
It's like fine. You know what I mean? It's like fine. And I just like
Whatever,
don't.
Ryan.
Like, it's something that Timothy would say. It's like who Timothy is, and I feel like you need to accept him for who he is.
I'm just accepting. I'm just like I don't want to follow him on Instagram because I want to view him in
He
a
dated
certain
Lourdes. He's in New York. He was born in New York City. His family's all in the industry. He grew up extremely wealthy. Yeah, dated Madonna's daughter casually.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's kind of probably a nightmare. Just saying.
No, I know. And so I want to protect myself from taking any of that nightmare on and
Yeah,
then just choose
smart.
to see him as like a total sweetheart.
It's all about self-protection.
Yeah, it is. So I'm like, this is like my self-care journey.
You're like, Timothy, no.
Yeah.
No, Timothy. No.
I truly want to be like Timothy, no.
Yeah.
But I have to just say Lara, no.
Like, stop talking to me, Timothy. Stop it, Timothy. Don't think so, Timothy. Not for me.
Not for me. Love that. Not for me. But I think I think Bryan Singer wins. Babe of the
He's
week.
fucking terrible. He's gonna be exposed. I mean, he's already been exposed. That's the law about this whole sexual harassment thing, is that people that have already been exposed and no one cared, like Terry Richardson, are now getting re-exposed and people actually care now.
Yeah.
It's actually insane. Like people are like, Terry Richardson, no, and you're like, duh.
Yeah,
Like,
that was insane when
and Bryan
all those
Singer.
articles came out about Terry, and I was just like, this is disgusting. And like
Yeah,
everyone
no
was
one
like,
cared.
whatever. Valentino was like, shoot our campaign.
Yeah, they're like, we love a bad boy.
Yeah. Bad boys also are fucking lame.
Well, a bad boy is synonymous with like a misogynistic life ruiner asshole.
A rapist.
A rapist.
He's a
There's,
bad
like-
boy.
I just like the bad boys. It's like Charles Manson. Like, I just like I like a little daredevil.
Yeah.
I like a guy where like we go out and I don't know where the night's gonna end.
Like, can we just like call a bad boy what it is from
Like
here on
a
out?
toxic fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe bad boys are the new babe of
Bad
the
boys
week.
are there, babe. Oh, speaking of another babe, Brittany posted a video on Instagram, which you know. Can we just read it? I want to
Yeah.
read it. I don't have my phone.
Let me get my phone.
It truly is bonkers town, USA. It's right. Only food ration. And falling in love
Babe, no.
with you.
Stop.
That's what it sounds like.
I'm too fragile for you're singing.
Why? I have a lovely voice.
Can we just talk about like her facial journey for a second? Or is that mean?
No, it's fine. I think that she always looks like she rolled around in the mud. Like, it looks ashy. It looks weird.
There's something going on with her face. I saw a photo of her at like a basketball game with her boo, and like she literally looked like she was 97 years old. I was like, excuse me, when did this happen?
Yeah.
And mostly what scares me about seeing Britney like that is that I'm 1 year younger than her. So it's like, what the fuck?
How old is she? 34?
She's 34.
That's crazy that she's only 34 years
I know.
old. FYI.
I think
she
of her-
has lived so many lives.
I know.
Like, she should be 48 by now.
I know. I think of her as 48 to 67, and this photo was like, oh my! I was just like,
It's like Mary Kate. Mary
what
Kate looks
the
82.
fuck? Yeah.
But they've been in the public
But I'm
eye
like,
for so long.
does one day you just wake up and your face is like old?
You'll find out soon.
Shut up. No, I won't.
You won't.
No.
You got.
Because I'm freezing my face in time.
Yeah, you
Look at this.
Put a bow on it.
That's how much I can move my forehead.
That's good, but you're also an actress, and I don't want you to limit your roles.
It won't. It won't limit my expression because my stepmom told me I have extremely strong forehead muscles.
That's great.
It's great.
That's great.
I think that's a good thing for me.
I'm sure
and for
it
the
is.
world.
I'm sure it is.
Wait, will you look at my face? I'm going to raise my eyebrows in surprise and tell me if one eye doesn't raise as high as the other.
No.
Okay, cool. I was worried about it, but I think it's just like a me thing and not a really true thing. Okay.
Well, that sums up a lot of things that you go through anyway.
Okay, so anyways.
Okay, go ahead.
Britney Spears said, I was really inspired yesterday by Madonna's post. She's right. Silence equals death.
I don't think that's how Madonna wanted this to be interpreted, by
What
the way.
was Madonna's post?
I don't know. I looked, and Madonna didn't say anything about silence equaling death. I don't think.
I don't understand where Madonna said
I
it.
didn't see that on Madonna's Instagram.
But that's fine. She's right. I love she's right. Silence equals death. I want to start quoting people being like, he's right, blah, blah, blah. And like where it's a quote that they never said. Yeah.
And by the way, I read that initially and I was like, where's she going with this? And I did not know she was going to go here.
These words really stuck with me because they are so true. I've always wanted to do a performance like this, singing in a pretty little black dress with a simple 360. One take shot. I figured since it was my birthday, why not go for it? So boom. And then like a boom emoji. When the clock struck 12, I did it. Thank you for all the beautiful birthday wishes and for letting me do what I love. I appreciate you more than you will ever know. I read this and I was like, Britney is living her truth and I'm in full support of her having a dream and then executing her vision.
But I just love like
Let's listen to her.
I love the brain damage that's required for her to make those connections of silence equals death. Yes, and that translates to me fulfilling my dream of singing Fools Rush In. Her voice is like a slutty baby. It's like the sluttiest baby. By the way, hold on. So nothing flummoxes me more than gays that stand for Britney. Like gays that stand for Britney, I'm like, I don't understand because as an artist, she's really unremarkable. She has a terrible voice. She doesn't dance anymore. I mean, she's like a corpse. She's like a corpse held up on stage. And the gays, literally, like, she'll just like blink and like smile halfway, and the gays are like, she's back, come back.
Well, because
like, it's just,
she
like,
was because she was such like a powerful figure during our adolescence.
I know.
I'm like, I speak for all gay men when I say she was a powerful figure.
But it's like, it's just funny because they literally like grasp at Coke straws, like, because it's like she doesn't give you anything anymore. She doesn't. And like, but like the gays don't care. Like she literally will just like walk to the supermarket. They're like, yes, the queen is
But
back.
babe, that's like how fans are of people. Like
I know.
Taylor Swift's fans are
But
like die
fanaticism
hard for life.
freaks me out.
Taylor can't fucking dance. If you put Taylor and Beyonce next to each
Taylor
other,
at least can like, I don't know, whatever. I don't know. I just don't think that Britney is like.
I thought you like stood hard for Britney in her journey.
I mean, I do.
I thought you were fighting for justice for Britney. So this is
her.
surprising.
I
to
feel
hear.
sad for her. It's like I feel like she's just kind of like still in this weird conservatorship, and we've talked about this.
Who?
Her.
But I thought you were like of the party that it's like stop making fun of her Instagram, like just let her live.
I know.
And then you turned.
I know.
When did you turn?
I'm at war
I
with
was,
myself. I'm at war
you
with
are
myself.
at war with yourself. Because there was one time where I was making fun of her and you were like, babe, stop. That's actually really fucked up and rude. And she's not the butt of your joke. And then like, I was like, anyways. And then you come on this podcast. You have the audacity to come here.
You know what's funny? Wait, hold on. She also posted this amazing thing on Instagram that was like, my beautiful view during my hike today. And it was just a view of cars.
To her,
it was cars that obscured a beautiful view of mountain.
She interprets beauty in a different way.
I'm just saying, like, I feel bad because her brain is like, she got like famous AIDS. You know what I mean? Like, her brain turned to like scrambled eggs because she's been famous for too long and she got famous way too young. And it's like, it's like short circuiting. It's like Lindsay Lohan brain. It's like,
yeah, but at least she's still like making money. At least she still like works and like has a life and has like a good thing going with her kids. I think to feel sad for her is like projecting a lot of shit
I want
onto
ice
her, and
cream.
maybe she's happy.
I want frozen yogurt. I want like a Dairy Queen.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on. We stopped the podcast, but
Don't say like we stopped. Just pretend like
Okay.
we kept on going.
well, you want to lie to our fans? You want to lie to our fucking fans, the people that make us live and breathe? That's fine. You want to be deceitful? You want to be
Literally,
deceitful?
this
I can be
week's-
deceitful.
Here's what happens when we don't have a list and we try and record a podcast.
We have to like.
We just
start
talk
it.
about whatever. We like talk just about like shit about our families for an hour, realize it's dark and that we never declared a babe of the week, come
Right.
back the next day to like re-record the podcast and like try again, then stop and start and stop and start. And then Ryan has this great idea and is like, fire it up again because we're
Fire up the grill.
fire up the recording devices because I have an idea.
I got something to say. No, I want to have a Britney Spears sing off because Lara thinks that she can sing Britney, but she actually has, unfortunately, a lower register. So,
I don't know if you know. Look, it's my high T.
and Britney's whole thing is singing in a high pitched, slutty baby voice, which Lara cannot access for
Which
reasons that we've
Ryan-
already discussed because of her testosterone levels.
Don't testosterone shame me.
Don't test me.
Don't test me. I'm testy today.
So anyway, we wanted to have the audience at home settle the debate of who can do a better Britney.
Yeah. So please tweet at us after this after we both do our voices,
Right.
and tell us which one is the better Britney.
Okay, do you want to go first?
No, you go first.
Okay. I feel bad. It's like how you're gonna follow me, and
Yeah,
you're gonna live in my shadow. Okay. Take. Wait. Take.
Ryan, the
Oh
world away.
baby. Can I just sing?
No,
Okay.
you have to do it.
Take my hand. Wait.
You sound like a country west.
Wait, I can't do it now. Fuck, I was doing a good
You were
one. and
not
then now
ever
I'm-
doing it
Now
good.
I'm on the spot and I'm fucking up.
Well,
Okay.
I guess you're not a true
Wait,
performer.
hold on. Okay.
Ryan.
Okay, stop it. Okay. Take my. I can't do it anymore. Fuck me. I'm scared now. You're freaking me out. You're not being supportive.
I'm super supportive.
Okay. Take my hand. Only fools rush in. And I can't see. Only fools. Okay. You know what? This is fucked up.
I'm like actually freaking out right now.
Shut up.
You're having a babe moment.
Fuck you.
As we speak.
That is not true. I could do it, and now I feel shy, and that's all there is to that. But anyway, want to do it?
Take my hand. You can't laugh and fuck me up. Take my whole life too, but I can't help falling in love with you.
That's pretty good. I mean, you beat me. That's
I
real.
did.
Wait, are you gonna keep that Vertical Horizon song that we sang?
Maybe.
I think it's pretty good. Wait, how does it go again?
It was good. He is everything you want.
He's everything you need. He's everything inside of you that you wish you could see. He says all the right things at exactly the right time.
But he means nothing to you, and you don't
know why.
And you don't know why. All right, goodbye.
Goodbye to you. Okay.